Hi everyone, I'm Joseph from Namseoul University, and last time we studied about the definition of the consumer, and this time we will learn about the definition of company. So let's move on to the next slide. Uh, the definition of company. Last time we have studied and we have learned about this concept shortly. A company is an economic entity that generates profit by producing goods in market. So general definition of company is an organized economic unit that produces goods and service to pursue profit. So let's move on to the etymology of the words of company. The words company originated from the Latin com- companion, which means together. Com is very similar to the consumer, com, and together, com, and combine, and plus one who shares bread, uh, pani bread. The pani being bread. So very popular trip YouTuber is Bunny Bottle, and Bunny like a bunny. It means a bunny is bread, and one who shares bread. So the company the word company is a combining of com together and bunnies and means bread. And so the very popular picture, the Last Supper of Jesus, Jesus sharing bread with his disciples in Apolldom. In other words, it was originally used to mean people who eat together, colleague, friends. So please look at this picture, the Last Supper of Jesus. So Jesus shared the bread and wine with their colleagues and their friends and their disciplines. So the company means the company means this uh, together share the bread. So this word enters English via the Middle French compagnie, and initially it simply meant a group of friends or a gathering of colleagues. So the com uh, the main meaning of company uh, and before in earlier time it is means the people who eat together and group of friends like this. Uh, Jesus and the disciplines and Jesus and friends, 12 disciplines. So first, the first meaning of the company is the people who eat together, colleague friends. So let's take a look at history about the definition of company. The first is 14th and 16th century. The company, the word company used in military organizations. In medieval Europe, company was a primarily used as a military term. From the 13th centuries onwards, it came to signify a military unit, a group of soldiers, and expressions such as a company of soldiers were used. So, 14th and 16th century, the company, were the words of company used in the military organization. So this means a military term and uses as a military term. And then the 16th century and 18th century expanded to commercial senses. It's very similar to consumer. So with the beginning of the age of discovery in the 16th century, it came to refer to a trading organization or customer commercial entities. A representative example is the British East India Company, established in the 1600. The representative example is the British East India Company. So this time, from this time, the company towards the company has economy and commercial meaning. During this period, the meaning of company was closer to that of a trading organization than to the modern day corporations. As we studied, the first meaning of the company is just uh, people who eat together and colleague and group of friends. But from 16th centuries, the words of company uh, has a meaning about trading organization and uh, commercial meaning. And 19th and 20th centuries establishment of the modern concept of the enterprise mean company and corporates, and with the advance of the industrial revolution, the company establishes itself as a term meaning of legally establishes commercial enterprises, in particular with the instruction of the concept of the joint stock company. The companies became legally independent entities and took the form of ownership by multiple shareholders. So in these days, the company has many shareholders. So uh, from 19th centuries, uh, the the meaning of company is very similar like a shareholder and enterprises. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, as large corporations emerged in the United States and Europe, so company evolves beyond the simple trading organization organization to become a term signifying a large scale enterprises. And from 19th centuries, uh, the company the company has a modern concept of the enterprises. And last part is the late 20th centuries to a present the emer- the emergence of global corporations. From the late 20th century onwards, the concept of the multinational corporation is MNC and spread, and especially Apple and Samsung, MS, Microsoft, and Coca-Cola and company became a universal accepted term. Today, company generally refer to legally establishes, organizes enterprises, and is often used specifically to distinguish it from a joint stock company corporation. So late 20th century, the word of company is very similar to global corporation and a joint stock company. Uh, it's like Apple and Samsung and Tesla. Okay, this time we study about the definition of a company, and next we will study about the consumer's new sense, authenticity. Uh, Authenticity is very important in these days and in this AI era. So we have to study about the authenticity for consumers to company. Okay, let's 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 get started about the authenticity. authenticity. Did you see about this ad, the Patagonia, the outwear company? Don't buy this jacket. So, and Domino Pizza, and our pizza is like waste. And so uh, we we will study about authenticity for a consumer by these companies, by companies strategies. Okay, let's move on to the next page. So the first, we have to know about the definition of authenticity. Authenticity is very hard to pronunciation. Okay, Authen- authenticity refers to a state in which the message, a brand images and products, or a service a company deliver to consumer are truthful and consistent and aligned with consumer expectations. This goes beyond mere honesty and signifies whether consumers can trust that company's core value and action aligns. So, definition of authenticity, authenticity is a brand images and products or service a company delivers to consumers are truthful and consistent and aligned with consumer expectation. Okay, the background of the emergence of authenticity for decades, driven by mass production and distribution system, and the development of mass media uh, companies like Apple, Samsung, and Tesla have been engrossed in selfish greed, neglecting individual consumers. However, thanks to the internet and social networking service and SNS, and in this especially AI and mobile device, consumers are now able to observe and perceive more accurately and sensibility how companies treat them. So in this time, the consumers uh, get to know about the more detail about the company and products. So thanks to the because of the internet and social media and YouTube and Instagram, the information about the company and information about the products is very easy is very easily to have something. So this reason the authenticity is become more importance in these days. So many consumers think about that: is the company truthful, or is it hypo, hy, hypocritical? So uh, many consumers is considering about this: is the company truthful, or is it hypocritical? And this company is uh, honest, and this product is good for our life, and this product is very reasonable for us. So consumer becomes more intelligent. So today's consumers places greater weight on the authenticity and pretense they perceive regarding goods and services when making purchasing decisions. Furthermore, consumers consider a product to be more genuine, the better it aligned with their own images and their own values. So, in this reason, the authenticity, authenticity, authen- authenticity is more important in these days. Okay, uh, please please take a look this picture, uh, uh, especially in running game, in sports, uh, the people only know about the first grade, first ranking, but in business area, the second place is also very important. Okay, let's take a look at this point. Again, second place and authenticity. In sports, the value of first place is very recognizes more than in other fields. So it's all about number one. It's all about first ranking. The winner, the champion, monopolizes all the spotlight, and become the protect protagonist of the story and stand as an icon. So in these days is the words and people only know and only remember the first ranking, the winner, the images of the winner smiling brightly with the gold medal and banquet overlaps with that the runner-up are hanging their head with a silver medal around their neck. Furthermore, research in psychology suggesting that third place is the number three is happier than second places, make the stark contrast between winners and losers even more pronounced. So in sports area, in sports, the winner uh, monopolizes, and the winner has everything about the spotlight and the amazing story. However, the business world is different. The business area is different. No matter how dirty the words may be, there is no rule that say second place is doomed. White Hirsch was once the undis- undisputed number one in the US car rental market. There is a company that challenges Hirsch, a stronghold achieved success and remains a prime example. That company is Avis. Avis is a number two renter, US car rental company, and the company is Avis with the advertised slogan, "We try harder because we are number two." So Avis narrows its market share gaps from more than double, uh, six, 61 point from 61% to 97% to the 10% ranging. In just 4 years, these cases made consumers recognize the potential of underdog and the true value of hard work. In other words, it can be said that they achieved success. The number two company achieved success by having their authenticity recognizes. So authenticity and honesty to consumer is very powerful. So this example of authenticity is very important. They the number two car rental company recognizes their position, and they recognizes the weakness about their self on their self. So uh, they advertises the slogan of "We try harder because we are number two." So many consumers run about and know about the authenticity and honesty of their the companies. So this example, especially the obvious example, is very important to know about and to understand about the authenticity. Uh, Okay, next we will learn about the authenticity, about a type of authenticity. Uh, authenticity of naturalness. The type of authenticity is the is five. So the first is authenticity of naturalness, the organic ingredient, and simplicity and rusticity. And this is authenticity of naturalness. And second is the authenticity of originality, original designs and inventions that are not reproduction or not imitations. So authenticity of originality. And third is authenticity of ununiqueness, a sincere, personalized service and friend friendliness and honesty is like this. And authenticity of re- relevance, anything that uh, commemorates place or figures of the past, historicity, factual accuracy. And lastly is the authenticity of influence. High humanity goals such as environmental protection and the public good is like this. So this is a type of authenticity. The type of authenticity is five, and the first is authenticity of naturalness, and second is authenticity of originality, and third is authenticity of uniqueness, and first is authenticity of relevance, and the last five is the authenticity of influence. Why the company may appeal to authenticity by focusing just only one of these five types, but it's very difficult a for a product to be perceived as a meaningful basis on only on only a single element. So many companies may focus on just only one uh, type of type of authenticity, but it is very hard to understand, and it is very hard to uh, persuade the consumer uh, by this. This is because consumers only recognizes authenticity and open their wallets for product or service that align well with them to effectively reach consumers. This is very important point. To to effectively reach consumers, companies must combine means to satisfy consumer needs and appeal to authenticity across multiple domains and simultaneously. So this is a very important part to to effectively reach consumers. Companies must combine means to satisfy consumer needs and appeal to authenticity across multiple domains simultaneously. So if company only want the type of authenticity is it it will be fail, but companies may focus on the 2 or 3 type of authenticity, but it will be successful. Okay, next time we will learn about the success story of authenticity. The example of authenticity for Patagonia. Okay, this time we have learned about the authenticity. So please remember about the definition of the authenticity and the second place and authenticity about the company obvious example and type of authenticity. Okay, this time is over, and thank you for attending this class, and I'll see you next time. Bye.